Welcome to Murmure Classroom. Today we're talking about a very important chapter, water. It is 5th unit of class 9. Before starting this video, we have a small request. Please subscribe our channel and share it with your friends. Okay, let's start. Water, that is H2O. First, what is the importance of water? Water is a very important materials for man. It is most abundant of all the chemical substance on the surface of earth. It covers nearly 75% of the surface of earth and it is essential for growth and survival of plants and animals. About 70% of our body consists of water. Water is essential for many life processes such as digestion of food, elimination of wastage and maintain the normal body temperature. It is very important. The climate condition of place are largely affected by sea and rivers. We broadly study about it after some times. Now, occurrence, that means where I get water. Water exists in all three states. What is liquid, solid and gaseous. As solid water, that is ice, that is snow, is found in high mountain tops. As liquid, it covers 75% of the surface of earth as river, lake and sea. It is also present below the surface on the earth as subsoil and in air as water vapor. Water present in nature is called natural water. The main three sources of water are rainwater, it is the purest water, purest form of water, and it is obtained in nature by the process of evaporation and condensation. While falling down from the clouds, it dissolves carbon dioxide, oxygen, ammonia and dust from the atmosphere. It is the first shower carry most of these impurities, and the subsequent shower contain almost pure water. Now, second source is surface water. Surface water के ऊपर देखो, rivers, pond, lakes, sea consist of surface water. Water comes from the rivers due to melting as snow on the mountains tops by heat, sun, rain and the spring. It contains soluble and suspended impurities. Water in the lakes and ponds contain large quantities of salts due to continuous evaporation of water. Water evaporates, then the dissolved salts are gradually increased in ponds or seas water. Seawater contains large quantities of salt as impurities. We know it. Then third source is subsoil water. about 30% or more of rainwater is absorbed by soil. It seeps down the bottom, passing through the various layers of the earth. This water can be drawn by digging well or hand pump or tube well, and we drink it. Now, third point. Third point is water circle. Now, water cycle. কি বলছে water cycle? Rivers, lakes and seas are the main source of water. During summer, snow at the hill tops melts and follows into the rivers. All type of surface water undergoes slow evaporation. First, river to sea, and evaporate the water. It forms cloud. Clouds condense from rain. Then it come down to the earth, that stream to river, fulfill the river, lakes, and etc. And then go to sea, and again it's circle. Not always from all water come to sea, even in lake or ponds not come to sea, but then she evaporate directly to the clouds, rain and steam. So it is called water circle. Now, water as compound. First, we think water is a element, not compound. But scientist Cavendish prepared water it by the combination of 2 volume hydrogen and 1 volume of oxygen, that is 2H2 plus O2 and formation of 2H2O. By this reaction, we understand that water is a compound, it is not an element. This synthesis proved that water is a compound. Its one molecule of water contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. It's also proof of that water is a compound. The ratio of volume weight in water, that hydrogen is to oxygen, is 2:16. That means 1:8. Now we go to the physical states of water. Water has 3 physical states, that is solid, ice, liquid, that is water, and gaseous, that is vapor. We wrote it. Ice, if we get heat, it forms water, that is liquid state. Then again heat, it forms vapor. When vapor condensed, it forms water, and when water freezes, it forms ice. That is 3 states of water, so in the chart. Now, physical properties of water. Pure water is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, transparent liquid. Water is tasteless. We drink water, it has some taste because there is some dissolved salts and oxygens and airs, so it has taste. But pure water is tasteless. Pure water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade at 1 atmospheric pressure, and pure water boils at 100 degrees centigrade, that is 373 Kelvin, at 1 atmosphere pressure. Water has abnormally high dielectric constant. It is 82, which make it excellent solvent for ionic substance. In fact, water is a universal solvent because it can dissolve something of everything. This is the reason why it is very difficult to find absolutely pure water in nature. Pure water is bad conductor of electricity. However, it can be made conductance by the addition of little acids or alkali or salts. Specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. It is the maximum than any solids and liquid. Due to this property, it is used for cooling system, and these properties of water also modify the climate condition of land areas. We talk two statement. One, in our country, that is India, Mumbai or Chennai has pleasant atmosphere, but temperature of Delhi is rise very high in summer and comes very low in winter, while Chennai and Mumbai situated sea coast area. There is many water. Sea is full of water, so it has more specific heat conductance. Due to this, there is a pleasant condition that seawater is control the climates of Chennai and Mumbai. But Delhi have not situated in any sea, so its climate is temperature is up down very high and low. And second point, if we take some water in a transparent glass and rested it for many times, we see the glass was hazy. Its transparentness is lost. Why? Because water, the small amount really dissolves glass. So for this dissolved glass, there is some etching, so its transparentness is lost. Now we're talking about chemical properties of water. First, action with litmus. Action with litmus, that is water is neutral. It not acidic nor basic, so it not reacts with litmus, but it not change any color, blue or red in litmus. Secondly, stability. Water is very stable compound. It does not decompose at high temperature. It only decomposes very high temperature. Very high temperature and forms hydrogen and oxygen, but it not decompose ordinary temperature or below 1000 degrees centigrade. It not decomposes. It decomposes very high temperature and forms hydrogen oxygen. But we able to decompose water in normal temperature by electrolysis. When water, the bad conductor of electricity, but we adding some acids or base in it, then electrolyte. Then it produce 2 hydrogen and oxygen. Both are gas. It produce 2 volume of hydrogen and 1 volume of oxygen. Hydrogen produced in cathode, oxygen produced in anode. Now we're talking about catalytic nature of water. Water has some catalytic nature. we see where hydrogen and chlorine reacts in presence of sunlight, in presence of moisture, it forms hydrochloric acid. Here moisture is a catalyst, that is water used as catalyst. Now we see some reaction of water. When metal reacts with water, it forms hydrogen and hydroxides. Some metals. When sodium piece fall in water, it forms NaOH and hydrogen. It is a very vigorous reaction. Balancing balance. Balanced. When a piece of sodium fall in water, it forms NaOH and hydrogen. This reaction very vigorous reaction. For this vigorous reaction, it is also exothermic reaction. This heat catch fire in hydrogen. Hydrogen burn in pale blue flame, but here we see the golden yellow flame or yellowish flame. Why? Because in this flame, not only hydrogen, there is a presence of sodium vapor. Sodium forms in flame golden yellow. So the color of the hydrogen when burn is get golden yellow or a pale yellow. In same reaction, potassium also reacts. It is also vigorous reaction and exothermic reaction. Here we get pale violet flame because hydrogen and potassium vapor present. Potassium forms violet flame in flame. So the flame is violet. Calcium when reacts with hydrogen, water, it forms calcium hydroxide. It's balanced reaction. We get hydrogen from also sodium, but in controlled reaction, that is sodium amalgam. It forms hydrogen in controlled way. Others metal also reacts with water, but in high temperature. This reaction forms normal temperature. Others metal like zinc. When zinc reacts with hydrogen water at 100 degrees centigrade, it forms zinc oxide and hydrogen. Magnesium also reacts same way. It forms magnesium oxide and hydrogen. Aluminum also reacts in same way. It forms alumina, Al2O3 and hydrogen. And other elements also, metals also reacts with water. Now, not only metals, non-metal also reacts with water. Like carbon. Carbon reacts with water to form carbon monoxide and hydrogen. This is called water gas. Silicon also reacts with water. Forms silica. and hydrogen. Other non-metal like halogen also reacts with water. Fluorine reacts with water to form ozone and oxygen. Fluorine reacts with oxygen and also fluorine reacts with water to form ozone. But chlorine and bromine also reacts with water, but it only forms oxygen, not ozone. Bromine also forms HBr and oxygen, not ozone. Oxides also reacts with water to form acid or base. Non-metallic oxide, when it reacts with water, it forms acids like carbon dioxide, CO2. Reacts with water from carbonic acid, H2CO3. When sulfur dioxide reacts with water, forms sulfurous acid, H2SO3, and so on. Metallic oxides like sodium oxide, Na2O, reacts with water to form base, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Potassium oxide, K2O, reacts with water from KOH, that is base. That is metallic or non-metallic oxide when reacts with water from acids, and metallic oxide when reacts with water from base. So it is the chemical reaction or chemical properties of water. Now we take a small experiment. When we get some tap water and boil it in watch glass. Take some tap water and boil in watch glass. That is what it is, water bath. Then we get some concentrated reading. When full water is evaporated in watch glass, we get concentrated reading. Why? This ring proved tap water dissolve some salts, that is calcium and magnesium salt, most of this. Now we are talking about biological importance of water. Water that dissolve in air. Air dissolve in water, it is biologically very important. That is oxygen. In water, oxygen dissolves, which helps aquatic plants and elements to carry out their metabolic activities such as breathing. Carbon dioxide. Water also dissolved carbon dioxide, which is very important for aquatic plant to synthesize their food by photosynthesis process. CO2 also reacts with limestone. It's from calcium bicarbonate, which help to make skull of marine animals. Now we're talking about something, potable water or drinking water. Drinking water have some properties with most important characteristics. This is, it should have good taste. It should be free from suspended particles. It should be free from germs of disease and coloring materials. It should be free from poisonous substance. It should be free from nitrogen and nitrogenous compound. Natural water is treated with alum and filtration by sands. It is removed for suspended particles and colloid particles, and then it chlorinated or ozonated or ultraviolet ray treatment for kills or remove germs, and we get drinking water or potable water. So our class is now closed. Please subscribe our channel for continuous getting this type of lecture. Thank you.